my channel, Journey 111. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm so glad you're here. So today we're going to get into the 8 signs that let you know you are meant to heal yourself and be a healer for others. Sign number 1. You are the friend that is always being called for advice. Your friends call you when they're going through something, when something just went down, when they know, oh my God, I have to call Megan and let her know what's going on. I know she's going to give me some sound advice and she's going to calm me back down. Being called with the anxiety attacks, with the crazy scenarios, all that. And you love it. Like, you love giving advice. You love digging into your backpack of experiences and just letting your friends and your family know and be assured that you understand, you're empathizing with them, and you want to help them, right? You're willing to do the research. You're willing to quote books that you may have heard some advice from on how to handle certain situations, but you just naturally feel comfortable being that friend that is always there to give guidance and help your friends or family when they call you. Sign your healer number 2. You are open-minded about other people's religious preferences. The more that I read and study about other people's faiths, the more I realize we actually have a lot more in common than not. So in my opinion, I feel to be a healer, you have to be able to reach over boundaries and things that are meant to divide us, such devices as religion, in my opinion, to be able to actually, communicate to someone on a soul level. There are things that we all go through and that we all experience. And if we're able to connect to source or to God or whomever you call your creator, we're having a similar experience, right? And we can come together on that. So I feel as though, like, me being a healer is also me being open-minded to people's beliefs and traditions and being able to just share in a more spiritual experience with them. My personal spiritual experience, I feel, happened outside of religion, and it wasn't because I went to church every Sunday or because I listened to my pastor preach or my parents were Christian Baptists that I found my faith. I found my faith through experience and knowing, at the end of the day, that my relationship with God is very, very, very personal. It was based on very personal experiences and not something that I was taught or that I read. This was an actual experience that I had with the divine creator. I believe that is a strong sign that you have gifts of a healer. Sign you're a healer number 3. Every time you talk to somebody, the conversation just goes super deep, super deep. This could even be with a complete and total stranger. You guys start talking, chopping it up, and then things just get really deep. You don't even know how, but you guys are discussing why we're here, things in outer space. I don't know. You are just diving deep into things that are not superficial. That is how you know you are a healer. Things with me often get really deep, and sometimes, if you are familiar with what I'm talking about, if you're talking to someone who is not really interested in that, they may get a little uncomfortable or not really know how to express themselves in that type of conversation. But that's just because you different, shorty. That's it. Love yourself. Okay, let's get into how you know you're a healer. Sign number 4. You question everything, okay? You don't believe it just because somebody told you. I remember when I was younger, my dad used to try to do math with me, and he's such a maybe sequential thinker. I don't know if that's the right word. His brain literally operates in step-by-step procedure, and he would say you carry the 3 or whatever, and I'm like, oh, well, why do you do that? And he's like, that's just what you do. And I'm like, but why? And he's like, that's just how it is. And I'm just in my mind, I just felt like I needed to understand the why behind every single thing. If I'm gonna carry this 3, I want to know why. What made this thing be carried over there? It's gotta be a reason. You also find it grueling to literally just exist in the status quo. This is just do the mundane thing that everybody else does just for the sake of doing it. You can't stand it. that is a sign that you are meant to heal yourself or you are a healer. Signs you are a healer or a light worker. Number 5, you have different values than others. I personally struggle with this a lot because my parents are from an older generation. So a lot of times trying to explain to them why I do the things I do or make decisions that I make or quit a job, like these are things that my parents, just maybe they have a different value system and they grew up in a different time. But I know, especially like even for people who are in my generation, I value time, I value freedom, I value my family, and I literally value just being free spirited in all of its meaning. I think that your values are what distinguishes you from other people. If you're not concerned about having the latest shoes or the latest cars or whatever, you can afford to make certain decisions in your life that are going to align more with your set of values versus someone else's set of values. Those are things that you have to work out within your own life. But I know for me, as I've been on my healing journey and as I continue to help heal others, it's important for me to be able to pour into myself and spend time doing the things that I really love doing. I don't have the energy for the other things just because that's what society says we're supposed to do. Sign number 6, you are meant to be a healer or heal yourself. Based on your birth chart, this is one of the most influential things that I ever invested time in getting to know was my birth chart. Last year, I got a personalized chart reading for my signs. Once I found out like the things that were in my chart and she explained some of the things behind the way I am, so many things came like so clear, and I was just like, oh my God, she understands me. Like, this is totally me. And I was happy because at that point I can start looking more into it and basically kind of have a guide for my personality and the things that I crave most in life. Like, it's amazing. One of the major things she told me was that I'm here to be a service and to help and to heal through my life, through my journey, and to help other people heal. And I could not agree with that more. That was really just the solidifying piece for me to know and be confident and to walk in my purpose and to know that the things that haven't worked in the past didn't work for a reason. Sign number 7 that you are a healer or you're meant to heal yourself is you are obsessed with consuming content related to healing. You guys, when I first went through my spiritual awakening in 2017, I could not stop watching videos. I could not stop watching videos on the law of attraction. I could not stop watching videos on astral projection. Just anybody who had anything to share about the realms of spirituality and awakening and being a light worker and being an empath and how you heal through abusive relationships. Like, I was literally obsessed. I wouldn't even go to sleep. I would stay up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I'd have to get up for work at 8. When I went to work, I would like watch the videos on my phone. Even if I'm working, I like still have my headphones in, like working, like trying to multitask. On my lunch break, I'm like reading content, articles, like anywhere I could get information, you guys. Like, I was literally absorbing it all because it just felt so good to finally come across information that felt like it related so well to the things that I was going through. And it made me have a deeper understanding and appreciation for my relationship with God, because previously, like I said, it had been based upon what I was learned and what I was told. So to have these personal experiences and then find a lot of information based on other people's experiences that were similar was just it was just one of the greatest feelings that I could ever have. And drum roll. Number 8, that you are a healer or you're meant to help heal others. You are healing through your own trauma and abuse. You're still discovering ways to cope with what you went through, ways to heal, and that's okay. As long as you're putting in the work and you're really working on healing yourself, and you do not want to move this forward into a generational happening, you are a healer. You're meant to help heal other people. There are things that we need to grow from. We need to grow with God and grow in our faith, and just to help people understand that love is the strongest thing of all, you guys. Like, it's so amazing to experience unconditional love for yourself and for others. I have to mention Tony Robbins because I love listening to him. He has a show on Netflix called I Am Not Your Guru, and in the show, like towards the end, the cameraman is like asking him, you know, everybody's gone through their trauma, everybody's gone through their form of abuse, or like during your life, you're bound for something traumatic to happen to you that you have to heal from. So the cameraman was saying, you know, I've been through these things, but I don't have the capabilities that you have, Tony. Like, you are different. How are you different? Tony's reply was, it makes me feel like my life has deep meaning and not just surface. And I never related to anything more. Tony basically expressed that him helping other people heal and work through their trauma is the single most important thing in his life, for him to feel like he is fulfilled in life. That is a beautiful thing to know, to experience passion, and to be able to serve people and ultimately have your experience guide them on a better path. I am so glad you guys clicked on this video. If you like the content I'm sharing, please comment, like, share, subscribe. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I love talking to you guys about this kind of stuff. I look forward to making more videos. Bye.